Hello, welcome to my channel, Lady D. So this will be my video for the upcoming week ahead. So we're still in the transit of the Jupiter square Venus. That's mainly the main things that we have going on this week with the planets. We do also have some days that are quite good, like we've had recently the Sun conjunct Mercury. Next week the Moon's going to conjunct Mercury retrograde. I feel like though people are still feeling the effects of the Venus retrograde and all the other planets going backwards as well. So now we do have Jupiter that's now in retrograde, but we do have Venus that will start to move forward directly. It's moving slowly, but it will pick up speed as it gets faster as we progress on. And it's in Leo. So we've also got Mars, which is in Libra. I just feel like people are feeling tired, are feeling like people everyone wants the same thing. Everybody wants to be happy. Everyone's looking about, where they can be happy or how. But at the same time, there's a bit of fear or people afraid to making those steps forward as well, to making things happen. But also people just feeling tired and frustration. I also feel like this week there could be something to do with some sort of like hostage, maybe feeling people trapped or feel they have no choice, or we might see on the news some sort of hostage situation take place. Feel people looking at their hopes and their dreams. This could be a time for renewal the week ahead. We've also got a time for reflection that's coming up. I feel coming up for the week or two. But, at least we've got Venus moving direct now. We have that Mars moving forward as well. We've still got another week and a bit to go for Mercury. So that's going to be direct on the 16th. So we still have another week and a few days of Mercury in retrograde. We get things go haywire with technology and plans. With the Jupiter going backwards, and if you look at your own chart and you can sort of see where things happened last time in certain areas, you'll see that there's a recurring theme that comes up with that. An astrologer that I was looking at last night said that just something expands when Jupiter's going retrograde. I disagree, because last time when Jupiter was in retrograde, I actually, in my second house, because Jupiter's in my second house this year, I actually got a job. So I actually got a job with more money. So for me, it did work out. Although I did sign a contract in the Mercury retrograde, the job had some good times, but it also wasn't had my own share of problems there. But it did last for 8 years there. But it was hard. But the thing was, I did get the job, and I did get more money, which was what you get with Jupiter in the second house. So it depends on your own energy, your own planets, what's happening for you in your path. I more just go by where the planets are, because it's still going to be in Taurus. It's going to, even with the retrograde, it's still staying in Taurus. So I do feel like that will still have some sort of security here with the money or the sort of finances, and like the housing market's always going to stay propped up or stay up until Jupiter leaves next year when it goes into Gemini. So just look at your own chart and you can just guide things where they are. But I just feel like, I know even for myself, it's been a bit of a hard week for myself with things going on. So you've just got to try and navigate through that. So let's just do some cards. Okay. I just did a spread of my radio show, and the same cards are coming out in the same order, pretty much, that I did for the radio show. Okay. I just feel like the week ahead, we are looking at nurturing. We're holding things very gently. We're also in our head too much. There's also a bit of like frustration here with like love and matters of the heart that's coming up. We're sort of torn where we're going, and I feel like we're trying to show strength, but we're in the middle of deciding about whether this be, I do feel like it's about love, or it could be about money as well. but I do feel like there's other things to do with the heart that's coming up here too. We're also trying to be very protective of things too, and trying to hold things that are very precious to us, very close to us too. And we're trying to surround ourselves in like a little security bubble. We are trying to be very secure. We're also trying to be at peace with things, and we're not letting things get to us in a way where it's trying to be overcomplicating it. Where we are got an exchange, there has to be an exchange of energy. So if people are taking your time, or they are taking your energy, just remember there has to be some sort of exchange, whether it be if you're like doing a reading, or it can't be like one-sided. But we're trying to avoid conflict here with the Mars that's in Libra. We're sort of trying to make things all nice and pleasant. We don't want conflict, but we're also trying to be more in tune with our higher selves, with our guides, with spirit around us. But we're leaving a trail, so we are leaving, like, there's a trail of wherever we're going, but we're leaving something behind. I feel like there's going to be situations where we're going to have to revisit at a later date as well. But we're also just really just sort of, I guess, surrendering, and it's like surrender and wanting to just be where cards lie, see what's going to happen, where the world will take us. We will get there. It just seems like we are in our head a lot, but there is, with challenges that we have coming up, we're going to overcome these challenges, and we are going to get where we need to go. It may seem hard, but we will get there. We're also feeling like our hands are tied too, but it's like, I feel like this is just in our head a little bit. We're all in our head with these planets where they are. We're all waiting for these new things to come up and these new energies to start forming around us. But it is like a long time waiting as well that's coming up. Let me just get a quick channel for you guys. This week is going to be a challenging week for everybody. You're going to feel betrayed. You're all going to feel like you've been stuck in the mud. Matters of the heart are going to be very delicate this week, for Venus is not fully direct at the moment. It is just stationary and moving very slow. You'll come in and see by the end of the week that there are new possibilities emerging around you, and new prospects coming up in the year ahead. You're all wanting things to get better and trying to race to that finish line, but you need to go through the obstacles first. Don't be worried and don't be betrayed by others. Live by your own rules and where you are going to go. Go where your heart will take you, and you'll end up in the right place. Okay, let's just do some 3 cards quickly, and then we'll end it. It's a quick one because there aren't a lot of things happening with the planets this week. Next we've got the new moon next week as well, and we've got the eclipse happening next month too. It's happening in Libra as well. Let's have a look. So we've got here card number 1, which is this card here. So it's like we're going around in circles with this card. It is a matter of just going around in circles, being together, being around united people who think the same, people who want the same things, and people who are not stuck but on the same page. So you want to be with like-minded people this week. You do have a hunger or a fire within you to get things right and to get things where you want to go. You're sick of feeling stuck and you are ready to move forward. Card number 3, which is the card number 2, which is this card here. You're waiting for something to happen. Like you're getting a little reward, you're getting little amounts, you're achieving a little bit, but you're waiting for that big success. You're waiting for that big yes moment. You've put in all that you can, and it's like you've planted the seeds and now you're waiting for them to grow and ready to harvest. And it's like you're on your throne. You've already got, as I said, you already got some results, but not everything just yet. It's a matter of just a waiting game. Everything will seem better by the end of the week for you, I feel like. But it's just a waiting game. And card number 3, which is this card here. This card to me represents going to somewhere better. It's like you're leaving something behind that doesn't suit you anymore, or that's feeling you like it's bogged down. But where you're going to is much better, and it's like you can't wait to move forward. You're really looking at new opportunities, new things ahead, It is time for you to be able to move ahead as well. You're really looking at better opportunities. You're not wanting to be bogged down in life, and you're just sick of things not working out, but you are heading in a good direction. It's a positive card. This card always feels positive because you're moving in a good direction, in the right direction. Okay, so soon I'm going to be very busy in fairs. My next fair is in Mingara, which is happening in 2 weeks, so I'll be up Central Coast. And then at the end of the month, from there, I will be, after that, up down the coast for a fair in Shellhaven Heads. And then after that, I will be at the MBS, I think. So I've got some few things coming up. But thank you for your likes, shares, and your comments, and I will see you for my next video. So bye for now.